Today we'll be giving a gameplay overview and review of the game The Networks, created by Gil Hova and published by Formal Ferret Games. Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode with To Die For Games. I'm Mandy, the board gaming pinup girl. My fellow hosts are
Tracy, the gaming maven.
I'm Stephane, the game's teacher.
Wanting to find a review? Wanting to see how to set up the game? Well, click on our timestamps below to find them.
Leave us a comment, tell us how we're doing, and subscribe to our channel to be notified of new updates.
The Networks plays in about 60 to 90 minutes, is suggested for ages 13 and up, and accommodates 1 to 5 players. We've got the Networks all set up and ready to go, so let's get to it.
Players are the owners of small television networks, working to create hit television shows to gain the most viewers over 5 seasons. Tracy, tell us what's inside the box.
55 show cards, 48 star cards, 42 ad cards, 62 network cards, 7 scoring track boards for variable player counts, 5 player boards, 5 scoring squares, 5 turn order discs, 20 black cubes, 5 100 and 200 view tokens, 1 300 viewer token, 100 money chips, 1 season marker, and the rulebook.
Place the left and middle scoring tracks in the center of the table. Choose the right track based on the number of players and place it with the 0 score side face up. Place the season marker on the Season 1 space. Shuffle the 8 Season 1 show cards, then draw the amount indicated on the board and place them face up on the table. Repeat this process with the ad and star decks, placing the rest near the play area. Shuffle the 2, 3, and 4, 5 season card decks and place near the play area. In the deck of network cards, remove the advanced and interactive cards, then shuffle the remaining cards and place near the play area. In the base game, the network cards are not used until the second season. Each player chooses a player board, then takes the matching scoring square and places it on the 0 spot of the score track. Each player's turn order disc is then placed randomly on the turn order track. Their 3 starting show cards are placed next to the 3 time slots of their player board. Their starting star and ad cards are placed in the green room. Each player takes 4 black cubes. Players take money based on their position on the turn order track. All the 100, 200, and the single 300 viewer tokens are placed near the score track. Now that we're all set up, how do we play? Stephane?
On their turn, a player can take one of the following 6 actions. 1. Develop a show. To develop a show, a player must have the star and/or ad prerequisites and must pay the development costs of the show. Select a time slot to place the show, plus any required stars and/or ads from their green room. The previous show in that slot is placed into the rerun section of their board with the viewer's icon on top. Then place a black cube on the top row of the viewer spot of the new show card. If the show is in the preferred time slot, the cube is placed on that number in the top row. 2. Signed star. Players may hire a star from those available on the table. The player pays the signing fee, and they are then placed in the player's green room. 3. Land ad. Players may choose an available ad and place it in their green room. They also collect the money from the bank equal to the landing bonus. 4. Take network card. In the base game, network cards become available from Season 2 onwards. Players may take an available card and use based on their timing symbol, either immediately, a one-time use, at the end of the game, or in the advanced game, some cards have a lasting effect. 5. Attach star or ad. Players can attach a star or an ad to a show. Some cards have grayed out star or ad symbols, which means when they develop the show, the player doesn't need to play the star or ad. They can be added later with this action. Stars or ads may be replaced with new ones. Note, a show may not have more stars and/or ads as there are matching symbols on the card. 6. Dropping budget. When a player cannot or chooses not to take any of the other actions, players may drop out of the season and budget. They place their turn order marker in the next available spot in the drop in budget track. They then collect the money, or if season 2 and onwards, either the money or viewers. So, what happens at the end of a season? Tracy?
4 things happen at the end of each season. 1. Income and expenses. Players will add up how much money they made from the placed ads and subtract how much the shows and the stars may cost. Players then collect or pay what is owed. 2. Score viewers from the lineup and reruns. Players will calculate all the viewers from their ads, place stars, and shows, as well as reruns. The total amount of viewers is your score for the season and is added to your score on the track. 3. Age shows. All active shows are aged by moving the black cube on them down 1 row. 4. Setup for the next season. Players move all reruns to their archives, discard all unused cards, then draw new cards based on the setup card and the season. The new turn order is decided by the person who is lowest on the score track going to the highest, playing last. After the first season, flip the rightmost score track to the other side. Move the season marker forward 1. So, how does the game end? Mandy?
Once players have scored Season 5 and aged their shows, players score their shows again. They receive 1 viewer for each star in their green room. Any end-of-game network cards are scored. The player with the most viewers wins. So that is how you play the networks. So now we're ready to give our review of the networks. What do you guys think?
How many thumbs do I have? How many thumbs can I give up? I love it.
I love it also.
Yes, me too. Okay.
That's it. That's all you need to know.
That's all you need to know. That's it. Just go by and play it. So now we're going to talk about a few things of the game, starting with artwork and theme.
The artwork is absolutely hilarious. You have
Yeah.
a lot of play on the actual TV shows. He does a little twist. My favorite, of course, is Dr. What? And Cringe. That's another good one.
That's a good one.
And it's very thematic. Obviously, you're owner of a TV network that's trying to get good TV shows. So your first ones are kind of awful, like Let's Pickle. Like
No, that's
who
the
wants to
same
watch
one that
Pickle
I
News
had
for a
in
whole
mind.
hour? But the theme, it's consistent all the way through. You're trying to get your viewers, you're trying to get good stars.
Right.
So I thought it was really good all the way through.
I love the humor in the game. I still haven't figured out all of the show titles, like to match them to their real world counterparts.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure almost all of them have an actual
Yes.
show that they're designed on or based on. But I'd like to see that list somewhere just to see if I've, how many I can get right. Maybe Gil can provide that.
Yes,
to us.
exactly. He will. So I also thought the artwork and theme was really strong in this game. I thought the art was really good in general. I really enjoyed it. The theme, networks and the TV shows, it all tied in, and I like the fact that it did tie into relevant shows, but obviously slightly changed in a humorous way. So I think the one I like, it was a play on, what are those cop shows, like NCIS or
Yeah.
something, and it was like NCSWJ, like
Long,
long word, because there's so many. So anyway, stuff like that. I thought that was really great. Quality of components.
For me, it was very colorful, which was great because a lot of the player boards had that kind of cheesy, like when you have the TV symbols. They were really good. One of them kind of reminded me of the old MTV.
Yes.
I think it was Moo TV or something like that.
Moo TV, yeah, exactly.
I liked it.
Yeah, the card quality, the cardboard is thick enough. All of that was really good. You could bling it out with some wooden bits for like the money, or even coins for the money
Right.
or whatever. But quality of components overall is quite high.
So I agree with all of that. I thought the cardboard was really thick. Exactly what you were saying. Everything was quite good quality-wise. My only thing was the board. I understand that you can play with multiple player counts, 1 through, I think it was 5.
Yes.
I found the board was a little small and it moved around a lot. And I understand that happened because, you have to flip it from one side to the next for the next round, but I did find it moved a little bit. And then the tokens that you used to score the points were a little big.
A little big for the spot. They
Right.
are a smidge big.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't quite fit fully, especially if you have the person side by side.
Right.
Yeah, it has like 7 pieces for a board. The 2 are always static and the 1 changes based on number of players.
Right.
And yeah, I did find they tended to move a little bit if people were
Right.
lost and things
Or
about.
exactly.
It would have
But-
been nice if those boards interlocked somehow.
Yeah, exactly. Just so you can take that one out and replace it. So other than that, that was probably the only issue I had was with that. But other than that, everything was great.
And I also
yeah.
love that Gil sneaked in his photo there with his little
I
photo.
saw that.
I didn't notice it until I think like a third game in.
I
was
know.
like, there he is.
No, that was very good. I noticed that too. So, game mechanics.
I'm pulling the blank.
I know, we look straight to
Do you want me to start?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll play off what you say.
So the game mechanics are very interesting. You do one action per turn, and you got to decide, do you want to get that actor now, or chance that someone else is going to pick it up? Because what comes out is all you have for that round. So I really like that you have to kind of plan and hope it's still going to be there, because sometimes it won't be. But I don't find it's too luck-based, which is good. It's fairly strategic, which is great. You don't have to rely on that. Usually there's other stuff you can do instead. You can choose to, really bling out your shows, or just get, the basic shows and just keep, recycling them. So there's a couple different ways you can play this game. And I found I've tried different strategies, and each time I've, done fairly well every single time. So
did you find it race a little bit? Because you really want to get your shows in at their, their best time slot, so you can get more viewers. So I found there was it's a race to get the right show, but then you need that celebrity to boost your viewers. I don't know. So I liked that, because it really made you think of what you wanted to do and plan. And you had the ads. You wanted to get the ads that were going to give you more revenue, and then they had to fit a certain show, otherwise you're losing viewer, so I like the fact there was lots of thought in that. So I found that was a bit of almost like a race to get the best items.
Yeah, but I found even beginner, we taught this to our nephew and his girlfriend, and he's 17 years old, and he's not a gamer, and they sat down.
And they both really liked it.
They both really liked it. They both did really well. So this isn't one of those games that you think would be too hard to teach a beginner, but it's actually easy
it's
to
really
do,
good.
So.
Yeah.
I like the choice of actions that you have on your turn. There's not too many of them. I think there's 6 or 7 options you can take on your turn. So a good variety of actions. It's a bit of an engine builder in that sense, because you need the star or the ad in order to bring out the show you want. So you've got to plan ahead and get the right things at the right time. And you are competing with the other players to get those resources. So I really enjoyed how it all comes together. I think it's a really fun game.
And you really hit the nail on the head there with time. Literally, time slots, timing of the items you're picking, timing to get rid of your shows. Timing was huge in this game. So that absolutely stood out. Similar games. I can't think of it at the top of my head. I mean, I can think of engine building type games, but...
Well, we recently played one, and it's not at all similar theme-wise, but somewhat similar in the engine building was Deus.
Yes,
kind of has a bit of you have to. It's not so much that you're sharing the cards, but you have cards in your hand. So that part is different. But the putting certain things down to be able to do this later, and if you don't have that, then you can't do that. So you need to, and someone else might do it ahead of you, getting on the board. So definitely some different components, but similar ones as well.
That's a smart example. I would say so.
Yeah, nothing else comes to mind for me as far as similar games. Lots of other engine builders out there, but nothing that quite strikes this chord with me. So.
This one has, I find, a few different things going on, so which is good. But no, that would be the best example. So, final thoughts. I love this game. I think that's really obvious. I like the humor. I like the theme. It's really obvious through the game. I think what you were saying, you can teach it to pretty much anyone. It's overwhelming at first with having to set up in the pieces. But once you get past all that, it's really straightforward. So, overall, love it, love it, love it.
I don't think this game will be coming to the table for a long while, because I absolutely love it, and Gil himself, I just loved him.
I know,
met him at
he's
Gen
great.
Con. You're awesome, Gil.
Yeah, really fun game. It was great meeting the designer at Gen Con. We did meet a few of them there. Gil was really warm and welcoming as well. Love the art, love the humor, love the game mechanics. It's a solid game.
Yeah. So overall, I think we give it way thumbs up. Yes. So try it out if you haven't, and there's an expansion, and I think there's even a new expansion on the way, from what I've been told. So there you have it. So thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.